Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not.
All right, very excited to have Aqib Talib on the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast. Aqib also did an amazing job on play-by-play, quickly became one of my favorite play-by-play guys this year. What was that like for you? I did play-by-play for the first time this year for Prime Video, but you were really fun. You were very comfortable, like just fit right in.
It was dope. It's crazy because like I ain't grow up like I'm finna do this when I get older. I ain't really say when I get done I'm gonna go call games. It kind of just fell in my lap really, and I enjoyed it. The main thing I was worried about, like when I left the booth, I was gonna be like, man, that was like work. Like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna feel like work, but it actually felt like playing. I kind of left. I was excited about the game, and I was like, I enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? So that was my concern right there. I didn't know how I was gonna feel after the first game, so to speak. So I enjoyed it, and that was the most important part. So man, I could see myself doing it.
Well, you should. It was very fun to watch you in the booth. You come on with us on the herd a lot and have a lot to say. So I thought it was a nice addition. So congrats on that.
Appreciate it.
We have the Super Bowl set, and Old Man Tom is in there. I'm not gonna lie, I am surprised. Now, I thought they would make the playoffs as a wild card team because I obviously thought the Saints would win the division, but man, he's really in the Super Bowl again. Is that crazy to you? Because it's crazy to me.
It's not really that crazy to me, Joy. I'm telling you, you watch that first episode, they might have posted on my page. Then was my Super Bowl picks. I picked the Chiefs and the Bucks, and I picked them because Tom ain't never really had a team like that. He had a defense like that before, but man, I guess Moss and them was you know what I'm saying, a team like that, but explosive team like that. Then they added AB. Man, it was, I don't know. I know Tom. I know he worked with, I don't want to say scraps, but Tom, he worked with what he have all the time. So if you give him, a star-studded cast like that and the defense, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to beat that team. So it don't surprise me that much.
Aqib, if you pick the Bucks and the Chiefs at the beginning of the season, you're supposed to brag about it. You gotta let everybody know.
I posted on my page. I put it on my page just to let them know my picks that I did pick it was the right pick. But if you just look at them two teams, though, it's those quarterbacks. You really can't play zone against them. With the weapons they got on the outside, you really can't play man against them. And they one of the few teams who like that in the league. And then they got the quarterback on that level who can, if you play zone against them, they're gonna dice your ass up. So it's only Mahomes and Tom. Mahomes is like the young Tom right now. Like he is the young Tom. He understands the game at the highest level right now. And you don't see guys. It's not one of those RG3 situations where he came in explosive and he probably gonna die out. Nah, Pat Mahomes not gonna die out. He gonna ball every year he healthy. So it's the YG versus the OG, man. This is a special Super Bowl right here. And I called it, Joy. I promise you. Watch the show.
Well, you deserve credit because I had the Saints and the Ravens at the beginning of the season, and then at the start of the playoffs, I picked the Packers and the Chiefs. The Packers really surprised me. No, I actually shouldn't say they surprised me. The play calling didn't surprise me. Aaron Rodgers not being big in the biggest moment surprised me. And he was obviously very down after the game and kind of implied like, he might not be here next year or something like that. Nobody really believes. But What did you think about the play calling there going for the field goal in that moment?
I don't think you can beat in AFC championships, Super Bowls, those kind of moments. Monday night, Sunday night games and big moments like that, you can't be scared. You scared if you ain't going for it. If you're not going for it right there, and you think you're gonna get the ball back against Tom Brady, you scared really. You know what I'm saying? So you can't play scared against teams like that. The Buffalo did the same thing. Y'all kicking field goals. You can't play scared against them guys. You gotta let them have it, Joy. You gotta look them in their eyes. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Now they starting backed up. You gotta use that as your advantage. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do it. If I was a coach, I'm going for it in both of those games and all those situations, especially in big games like that. Man, you don't have nothing to lose. You got to go for it.
No, I agree. And I think sometimes coaches get stuck on the analytics of the situation or, they're just examining how the rest of the game could go, and we got to get points and this, that, and the other. And really, LaFleur did himself a disservice because we're not really talking so much about how Aaron Rodgers did in the red zone, which was not great for 9. And he should have ran the ball in on the play before, and he didn't. He hesitated. But because they kicked the field goal, we're just talking about kicking the field goal. But if you put it in Aaron Rodgers' hands, I can live with, okay, you put the game in Aaron Rodgers' hands and he didn't get it done. I can live with that. I can't live with kicking the field goal and being conservative in the biggest moment.
Aaron Rodgers shouldn't have lived with it. He Aaron Rodgers. So if he's like, man, we need to go. Like, that's going to hold weight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a killer instinct, man. Tom them would have kicked that field goal. I mean, Tom them would not have kicked that field goal. Tom would have been like, Bruce, we got to go right here. Like, we got to go right here. And they would have went right there. Yo, coach, man, good coaches trust their players. So any coach going to trust Aaron Rodgers, right? If he like, man, we need to run, we need to go for it and run this play right here. Like, I could have ran it in last play, bro. I'm like, you could have convinced him to go for it. So it's hand in hand with me. It's the coach. And the next leader on the team besides the coach is the quarterback, especially if you're an A-Rod or somebody like that. So, man, they got to get that done. That's on both of them guys.
Well, the other team that lost this weekend was the Bills. I still feel like the Bills are a few steps away from that. Like, I felt like the Chiefs were going to win this game anyway. Yeah, I like what Josh Allen has done. I do like that the Bills have stuck with Josh Allen and developed him and not bailed on him. But do you see them back here next year? Because we know Super Bowl windows close very easily and very quickly. With injury here, a trade there, it can all fall apart.
But I always say it's a quarterback-driven league, right? And Josh Allen, he one of them guys. He's not a fluke. I'm here now, I'm gonna die out. He's not one of those guys neither. He got legit talent. He got legit skills. He extend the play. So, and then he got a good coaching situation too, man. He got a great coordinator over there, and I think it's the Andy Reid effect, man. Andy Reid been doing this for a long time, so I feel like he really outcoached Buffalo from whatever they gave him on defense, from his offense to defense to situational football. He just all the way around outcoached them. So I think that's why they at home, but I think they'll be all right. I think the Bills is going to be making noise in the AFC East for sure for a while to come. Them and the Dolphins, they're going to go neck and neck, and they're going to be 10 to 12, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins for the next years. They'll be all right.
So a team that does not have a good coaching situation right now because they don't have a coach, and they're the last team who needs to hire a coach, is Houston. I'm a big DeShaun Watson fan. I think he should get the hell out of there immediately. And I also think that he is in a unique situation in that normally when guys get kind of in a bad situation with organizations, fans and media tend to take the organization side over the players.
Right.
Because DeShaun Watson had an incredible season statistically, despite the fact that they're completely dysfunctional this year and for several years now, they got some weird shit going on in that front office there. Like, what is your opinion about what's happening in Houston?
Man, I'm with DeShaun, man. If you own DeShaun, if you his caliber of quarterback, you should have that same kind of input. You know, they should ask you about who you gonna collab with to call these plays. Who you gonna run these plays for, DeShaun? He definitely should have some input in that. And if he don't have no input in that, he could feel however you want to feel. And I think he kind of was like, ain't no black people basically. He like, man, what's up? Like, I'm trying to get him. Like, I don't know. I think it's some race going on over there. He don't, whatever it is, he don't like it. He ready to go. So if you feel like DeShaun feel like that, man, it's more to it than we know. He over there, he in the building every day. If he that mad and he DeShaun, I'm with him. I'm riding with him, man. There's something going on over there that he don't like. We won't know because we'll never know. I done been in them buildings, Joy. I done seen that kind of situation. And what people think on the outside is probably always wrong, right? So I think whatever going on over there, he don't like it.
I think people do kind of know that there's something weird going on. Like the Jack Easterby situation is very strange. We talk all the time about Black coaches and Black front office executives.
Yeah.
And you have this guy who was a preacher running football operations for the Texans.
Yeah.
And your point, it's like they came to him to get his input. So normally, I don't know how, well, I guess I should ask you, like, I don't know how often your star quarterback has a say in who the offensive coordinator is or who the head coach is or who the GM is, but they came to him and wanted his input and then just went out and hired Nick Caserio, and he found out on like Twitter. So
I don't know how many people had that kind of impact neither, but I'm sure the top guys do. I mean, I'm sure the Pat Mahomes and the Tom Brady's and the A-Rods and the DeShauns, I'm sure they got to say so. If Lamar OC was to leave right now, I'm sure they'll collaborate with Lamar. Like, man, all right, Lamar, we're going to bring this guy in. He kind of want to do this. They're going to kind of collaborate with him because, I mean, that's what type of organization they're running over there. So, and it's hand in hand. So I almost think you got to. If you got a primetime quarterback we think going to be around for a while, and our OC just went and got a head coach job, boom, now we need another OC. You got to collab with this guy, man. This is the guy he's going to be fighting with. They essentially going to be married, right? So how can you just, you know what I'm saying, just bring somebody in here and marry him? Hope y'all work. Like, they don't work like that, man. Sports don't work like that. This is the most team-oriented sport in America. So got to have that vibe, man.
Well, it's been reported that he either wants to go to the Jets because he likes Robert Saleh, or Miami, who has Brian Flores. What do you think is a better fit for him if he does ask for a trade?
I don't know. I think the Jets still they got some building to do. So if he's trying to win right now, the Dolphins probably look better. They got some weapons. They got some weapons around them. They got some defense. You know what I'm saying? They more equipped to win right now, in my opinion. So if it was the Jets or the Dolphins, I'm definitely going to Dolphins. Jets got some work to do.
No, I mean, I think the Jets are actually in a better situation than people think that they are, because obviously they were terrible this year.
Right.
But I like Robert Saleh. He seems to be really well respected around the league, and they have a ton of cap space and 1 million draft picks. So
right.
They are in a complete.
And then they got some talent too. They had some guys who was out. They had some talent who didn't play this year. So if you add a guy like DeShaun, I'm telling you, if guys 6.5 or 7 on the team, you add DeShaun, that guy go up to an 8.5, man. Guys like DeShaun, he just raised the level of people on his team. So if he was to be added to that team, that'd definitely go up. And CJ Mosley back in there, man, you'll get some guys back in there. And like you said, they signed a few of these free agents. But that's doing work though, Joy. You know what I'm saying? I just say they got work to do.
No, they do.
Dolphins right now they don't get nobody else on their team. You just add DeShaun on that team. Oh, they ready right now. No,
I think they win the AFC East, even with the Bills rolling the way that they had to show.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so I want to ask you, because you're a former player, and I just think I think it's corny. Like the whole Dan Campbell press conference in Detroit, like the biting the kneecaps off and the smiling after getting smacked in the face thing. Like, look, I got a lot of respect for Detroit. And I don't like teams that are habitually bad. It's not good for our business. Nobody likes to watch bad football. So I want the Lions to get in the mix. But like Dan Campbell comes out in this ridiculous press conference. And I know about this because I was in Miami when he was the interim there. And he did the same thing there. Do players really buy into that shit? Because I think it's like fun for fans and it's a cute little sound bite. But at the end of the day, you have to actually go and coach against Andy Reid. To coach against Sean McVay. Like nobody's talking about biting kneecaps off. What
exactly
players think about that? I
mean, I agree with you though, Joy. The speech was kind of corny. It was a little corny for me, but it matter if they buy it. I mean, if I got in front of some guys, I'm like, bro, we finna do this, and I give a good. I ain't saying biting kneecaps, but we finna punch some people in their mouth. If the guys feel what I'm saying, they gonna get up like, man, let's go. If they looking at me like, man, bro, biting kneecaps, like it matter how it come off. So in my opinion, his speech ain't come off. The guys like Lee, we weren't really gonna buy that, man. We gonna be looking at our phone, and I don't know. It came off corny to me as well. So it kind of matter how you deliver the message, man. And you don't gotta be a tough guy to deliver a good competitive message and have guys riding for you. But I mean, you can be a tough guy. So it go either way. You could have a tough guy speech and guys ride for you. You could have a nerd kind of speech and guys ride for you, or you could have a tough guy speech and guys don't ride for you. So it's that message is crucial, Joy. And that first message, that's the message. That's gonna be the vibe right there. So I hope guys bought that message.
Well, I mean, to me, like that message only matters if behind the message, you know, we got a game plan. Then the speech and the rah-rah and the biting the kneecaps and smacking somebody in the mouth makes sense. Like that's just the little extra sprinkle on the top.
I think it's opposite. I think it's flipped, Joy. I think if that message is right, and now you got everybody riding with you, now the plays that we put in, whatever, them gonna be the plays that because there's only so much football. You only can play a couple 1, 2, 3, 4, you know what I'm saying, and do so many blitzes. So it's gonna be the guys who actually putting in the time, the guys who confident, and the guys who, you know what I'm saying? It's the vibe first, and then it's the X's and O's, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So if you got that vibe right, I don't give a damn what plays you playing. You can run man every day. I mean, every play. And shit, if y'all vibing and y'all put in some good work in the offseason and y'all talking and communicating and stuff, then I think you're going to be a pretty good team. So I switched the order. It's that message and that vibe, and then it's the X's and O's.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you, because I mean, I didn't like the hire to begin with, but I was looking at that press conference like, yeah. Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, me too.
All right, before I let you go, I want to ask you about the Super Bowl. I don't know if you have a pick yet, but how do you think this game is going to go? Because I think at this point, I think the Buccaneers defense has been incredible they've been good throughout the season, but they were really incredible the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Really big. And I think that's going to be a crucial part of it because the Chiefs are missing 2 of their offensive linemen. Obviously, Chiefs are incredible. They're a very complete team. So I don't know how much that's going to factor in. But I do think that if Tom Brady doesn't turn the ball over and defense can get a few stops, I might lean towards the Bucs in this game. What do you think?
I'm thinking we've seen this Bucs defense against these Chiefs before. It's hard.
A long time ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, Joy. It wasn't that long ago, right? So I don't know. I just feel like the Bucs love to play man, and it's gonna be hard pressed to play man against the Chiefs, man. You got Mecole Hardman is probably 1 step slower than Tyreek, and he is your guy on the other side who you got to guard. And the safety that's the guy who get the zero coverage because the safety's got to lean to Tyreek. So you got this probably the 3rd fastest guy in the NFL over here by itself if you play man, and then you got Kelsey in the middle by itself if you play man. And we saw what happened when the Bucs tried to play man against the Chiefs. Tyreek had 303 tugs in the first quarter. So and then if you play zone, that's when the quarterback play come in. Mahomes is going to just kill you, just like he did the Bills last week, just like he do every team who try to play zone against him. So it's just hard to pick against the Chiefs, in my opinion. But when you look at the other side, like I said, Tom Brady is the other quarterback who got that same problem. If you try to play man, you got to guard Mike, Godwin, AB gonna be back, Gronk. Like you hard pressed trying to guard all those guys in man coverage, and the Chiefs love to play man. So it's like the same problems for both teams, Joy. So I don't know who I'm gonna pick, but I'm leaning towards the Chiefs.
I'm leaning towards the Chiefs as well, but I do think it's going to be an interesting game. If Brady pulls this off and wins his 7th Super Bowl,
yeah,
is he he's already the greatest quarterback of all time? Like it's kind of silly that conversation at this point. Is he better than MJ? Like, is he the greatest American athlete?
Yeah, I think right now, even just checking this box, okay, nobody played a home Super Bowl. Okay, boom. Tom made it to a home Super Bowl. I think even just checking that box without the win, now it's him and Jordan. He surpassed all the football players, in my opinion. Like you said, it's him and Jordan. It's the guys who just dominated. Like, every time they play, they go win the chip. So is LeBron in that mix? I put my dog Brian right there with them people.
Well, listen,
I put Brian right there with them. Brian right there with them, man. You go to 10 straight chips. It's hard. Now, Brian win a chip this year. He really right there with him.
No, he has to be if he wins this year.
He gotta be.
I'm a MJ zealot. Like I literally thought I was gonna be Michael Jordan when I grew up. I love it. So it's very difficult.
That's what's up.
But I'm a Heat fan, so LeBron gave us 2 championships, so I got love for LeBron.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I definitely think Tom
last night.
Yeah.
he's like ridiculous at this point. But I do think if LeBron wins another championship, it's going to be hard. But right now, it's MJ and Brady, and I don't know. I might have to give the nod to Brady if he wins this. It's really
Brady has 7 chips in football, and
at 43.
At 43, you just don't see that. So if he win this chip, he definitely the greatest athlete of all time. Period, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thanks so much for coming by and chatting with us. I appreciate you.
You already know. Thank you, Joy. Appreciate you having me on.
Thank you, Aqib.
Take care.